Hey everybody, welcome. We are here at I decided to go on the road today and do some visits, do some porch visits because there's supposed to be a porch yesterday and today and last week, and there hasn't been any porches. So we figured, hey, we were just hanging out. I'm here with Debbie. I'm actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm doing interior design on her kitchen, and I didn't tell her that I was a medium though. She kind of like randomly got a suggestion about my page because I guess somebody else in the area follows me, and then she was like, "What the F? Who? What? Really?" Because I'm like, coming in as an interior designer and designing stuff because I really love doing it, and it's part of another business I have called Intuitive Interiors, and so she came across me not from being a medium and doing interior work. She just came across me on like a message board. So I'm like, I can't come into this lady's house and be like, hey, I'm going to design your kitchen, and also I'm going to talk to the other side for you, because that would be really weird. So then, her mom was here and everybody else was here. And yeah, so I guess like the universe just randomly, decided to tell Debbie who I was. So she got like a random friend suggestion. And then I saw all these follows on like my social media pages. And I was like, is that the same Debbie that I'm doing her kitchen? And I'm like, that's impossible that she would find out like who I was, because she doesn't know anything about me or what I do. And I'm like asking people, I'm like, do you think my picture doesn't really look like what she sees? So maybe she doesn't know. And they're like, no, she knows because she just followed all your accounts. But she never said anything to me. But I guess she was a little shocked when she found out and like was going through all the videos that like her interior designer was a medium who like did this full-time medium. That was a little shocking, right, Debbie?
Just a little. Just a smidge.
Then she did a lot of research. And what did you find? What was your first reaction?
My first reaction was, wow, holy crap, that's awesome. I was so excited.
Yeah, so imagine that you have somebody come in your house doing work, and then you find out like from Facebook friend suggestions that they have a whole different life and a whole different personality. It's kind of funny. So anyway, I was just doing her, we have to show them how your kitchen's looking. We should take them in there and take a look. Yeah, so we were hanging out. She just started to get into the lounge. She just started to like really, get into all like the lounge and stuff. So we're excited. We were talking about that. We were sitting on our porch, and she's like, hey, you told me to make this list, because she's looking for a new man. And I'm like, well, tomorrow's the lounge. Tomorrow's our love and relationship Amazon bestseller. He's coming on to like talk to one of my long-term clients who I've done coaching with for like the last 5 years with her relationships. I've seen her through many relationships, breakups. Now she's got rid of the last guy who was really bad, and now she's in a new relationship, but she has having trouble getting a commitment. So we have this expert on, Bob Grant. He's coming on tomorrow night to the lounge. We also have Eric coming back on, and Eric had a mediumship reading last lounge, and he was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. And see, if anybody's training to be a medium, or if anybody is working on being a medium, when people say no to you, it's so easy to be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm talking about. If you're getting something, you stick with it. So I stuck with it with the ashtray thing. As soon as he got off the show, he went and called his relatives, and sure enough, there was all this stuff that happened, and he's going to share that with us tomorrow night in the first segment. Second segment, Bob Grant's coming on, and he actually was the one that got me out of a relationship that I was in like 7 years ago, and it was on a radio show. And let me tell you this story, Debbie. This is a good story.
I think I need to speak to Bob Grant also.
Okay, we'll bring Debbie on too. You got to be brave if you're coming on to talk to Bob Grant. If you guys are going to watch tomorrow, the ladies that are coming on are going to be on video, and they're going to be sharing their stories. So be kind and realize they're being brave by being vulnerable. And if you see anybody in the chat room not being kind, I give you full permission to not be spiritual and be like the bulldogs that you are, and go after them and tell them, get out of here. That's what I tell you to do. So anyway, okay, so I was doing a radio show like back in the day. Let's just say back in the day, I was doing a radio show. It's called Intuitive. and it's all about intuition and dating. And Bob was a regular guest on the show. And 2 months prior to that, I had an event. I met this guy, and he seemed a little like salesy, a little bit too charming, you know, those types of guys. A little bit too charming, a little bit too friendly. He was there with a woman that appeared to be his girlfriend, but then when I asked him about it, he said just a friend. Well, I found out later it was his ex-girlfriend, but of course he didn't say that.
Liar.
So that was the first red flag. And we know what we do as women. We tend to paint the red flags green for a long time and say we didn't know that, but yet we did deep down. So this guy asked me on a date. We went on a date. Then he ghosted me. I didn't hear from him for like 2 months, right? Didn't hear from him for 2 months. Then I get this random text. Hey, I'm sorry. I've been going through stuff. I'd like another chance at going out with you, or another chance. So I was like, this is an opportunity for my audience to find out why ghosters ghost. This is a perfect opportunity. So I said, you know what? I'll make you a deal, because I'm all about negotiation. I said, if I'm going to give you another chance, you're going to come on my radio show, you're going to come on live, and you're going to be subject to not only the relationship experts that are coming on the show, but also all my psychic friends that are coming on the show. They're going to read you, and I'm also going to have a psychologist that's going to assess your mental stability. Wow. And then after the panel of 7 people, and my ex-boyfriend, who is still like my best friend to this day and is like a brother to me and is the co-host of the show, he's going to assess you too. So if they all say unanimously that I could date you, then I'll go on another date with you. So we had Bob on the show, and I'm telling you, he was good. He was charming. He was good. He knew how to win them over. He was a very good looking guy. He used to be like a model. So he was like just flashing those baby blues, and people were like, ooh, like he's a charmer. And the ladies were just like, oh, he's so nice. He's, whatever. But Bob, he was seeing through it. So he told the guy to take his headphones off while he tells me something live on the air. And I still have a recording of this. And if any of you want to hear it, it's a very good episode. I'll have to put it out there for you. But I put the headphones on, and he said, I'm going to tell you to be cautious with this guy because he's going to do it again. And he explained to me about the process and the cycles and everything. And you know what? He was right. And he gave me the courage to kind of see those things that I couldn't see because I was of the cycles that I was like playing out. So we're having some ladies come on tomorrow to talk about these cycles and how to break them. I think I have a woman coming on that's always attracted to emotionally unavailable men. She's coming on tomorrow to talk about how she's always attracted to men who aren't like available. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. Looks like Debbie's phone's blowing up. She's got a lot of guys calling for her. She's single, and we're hanging out on her porch. And I realized that I wasn't doing the porch, and I'm like, Debbie, and she's like, I told her the last time I was here looking at her kitchen and the tile and the stone and the quartz and everything I'm doing for that, because intuitive interiors is not just about interior design. It's about looking at Debbie and saying, who is Debbie? What's her energy about? And how can I create an outward representation of her space that she feels is her? Do you think that we're doing that?
I do.
Okay, she thinks we're doing that.
I think she's doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Debbie doesn't know this side of me yet, but now she's seeing it. So we're here and we're sitting on the porch, and Debbie's like, you told me if I'm looking for the perfect man to write out a list, an ideals list of what I want. I'm sorry about it getting dark, but we wanted to do the porch just to say hi because tomorrow's show is going to be really insane. I'm really preparing for that. But this is a little more raw and uncensored here on the porch. So Debbie wrote out her list, and we're sitting on the porch. I said, you know what? She's like, well, when can I come on the show? I said, right now. She's like, we could just go live right now. I said, right now. Let's do it. I didn't even shower today. She didn't. We're just hanging out. You can tell I don't have makeup on. I'm ready to go. So Debbie.
Yes.
Debbie's looking for a guy. What are your top, this is her list. This is her list that we created. I would say, look at, she got front and back.
I do. It's a little excessive, but she told me to write what I want very specifically and don't leave anything out, because she told me a story that a woman had written her list out and she forgot to say that she wanted hair. And he didn't have hair. He was bald, and she wasn't into it.
Yeah.
So I was very specific. I wrote out every single thing I could think of.
Okay.
And I'm ready.
You're ready. So I hope you guys have heard that. If you're writing an ideals list, I've had women forget the height that they want. They had everything. The dream man came along, and he was like 4'9". So you can't forget about it. The other lady, her dream man came along, and she really wanted a guy with a little head of hair, but she didn't put on her list. So he didn't have hair, but he was the perfect man. So be very specific if you're going to write out this list, okay, ladies? Very, very specific. So what are some of the interesting, like, really weird things that are on your list that you're looking for?
Must love cats. No
Must
dogs.
love cats.
No dogs. No.
No dogs. Why no dogs?
No dogs. I was with someone, had a dog, destroyed the yard, never stopped barking. The neighbors had complaints all the time. I'm not into it. I love my little cat, and that's it.
Do you know, like, that it's a certain type of man that likes cats? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like, not all men like cats. There's a certain type of guy, and some of them can go to the extreme of being real weird, the guys who like cats.
Well,
you know?
yeah. We'll have to see, but...
A guy who could accept your cat is good.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. So that's really good.
Yep.
Men who like dogs are addicted to dogs. You know what?
That is very
That
true.
is very true, because the dog always comes before the girlfriend or the wife.
Yes.
And they actually schedule, like, photo shoots with their dogs.
Ew.
You know what I mean? The guys, they have, like, professional photo shoots with their dogs.
That's weird.
All right. So the cat, they have to like your cat. I agree with that. What else?
Yes. Oh, of course. And then we have tall, 6 feet plus, dark hair, light eyes, very smart, a man's man, somebody that knows how to cut down a tree, somebody that knows how to unclog a toilet, that doesn't complain and whine all the time, that when you have a house, stuff needs to be done. There's household chores. Somebody that is motivated and able to accomplish things with their partner. Not somebody that's lazy. Can't do it.
So if you were, like, the 5 love languages, have you heard of the 5 love languages before?
I've heard of it, but I'm not very familiar.
Well, it seems like you're an active service gal, which means that...
Okay, that could go a lot of ways.
Not like, I wish we had a candle so it could flicker in front of our faces.
I have
But,
it right here.
Oh, you have a candle? Oh,
Yes.
wow, okay.
Momento.
Let's light it up. See, Debbie has what we need. Debbie's a Virgo. Oh, look at that. Let's talk about a porch on fire.
It'll go down a bit.
Okay. This is hilarious. So, bonfire in the back. Here we go. So anyway, while we're lighting up the porch right now, as you can
Move
see
this
it.
back. It dies down.
Oh my
It
God.
looks like I'm on fire.
That's insane. I asked and I received. So, Debbie.
Yes.
So active service, meaning like the 5 love languages. Forgive me if I don't get them all right, guys. But there's gift giving. Like, it's how you show love. So, like, for me, if I, like, really love someone, I give them a lot of gifts. Like, so if I'm like, oh, I want to show Debbie I love her, I'm going to be like, oh, here's a nice little vase for your house, or whatever. Some women like acts of service or like, you know, chores. Like, oh, if a guy makes your life easier by doing a chore, or he, like, puts up a wall for you, or he hammers a nail, or he helps with your laundry, or he helps walk your dog. That, to some men and women, are acts of love. Then there's physical touch. So people who like to be, you know, physically affectionate.
Yes.
What the hell? Where did the big fire go? Oh no! Oh no! What are we gonna do? We need to light the other one up. What are we gonna do here?
I'll put more fluid in it.
All right. So,
Excuse me, folks. I need to go get more citronella fluid.
will it make it bigger?
Yes.
Oh, it will?
Mm-hmm. Because it's low
The
right
flame?
now. Yeah.
But it's in there. It's in the thing.
I know, but see, it's low on the wick. I need to fill it up more so more of the wick has fluid on it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about the 5 love languages. And it's so physical affection's the other one, Debbie. and quality time and words of affirmation. So quality time is like somebody just spending time with you, and words of affirmation meaning you like compliments and saying, "Oh, you're great," you know, or
I kind of like
support.
all of those.
I know, I like all of them too.
Let me get the...
But for me, I don't know. What about for you guys? While she's getting more fluid for our fire on the porch, what about you guys? What do you like? What's your love language? Oh, look at it. Looks like a big iced tea bottle. What do you guys think of, what do you guys, oh, just pull the wick up higher, she said, Paula. Thanks, Paula. She just put more fluid in. We want it as big as it can get, really, on this porch tonight. What do you guys think of the porch visits? Like, would you like me to come on your porch and visit? Obviously, I've been in Debbie's kitchen for the whole pandemic, so, like, it's like, you know, we've been with each other, but I'd wear a mask if I came in and visited you on your porch. As long as it was outside. So if you want a random porch visit in the pandemic, hey, put in a request. We can hang out. Because Debbie wasn't expecting to go live.
I was not.
On the porch. And now she's here. And that's how my life goes. Like, I try to plan things, and I know I shouldn't. Because I go with the flow. Wherever intuition is leading me, I go with the flow. Debbie has gotten the citronella going. Oh, there it is. There it is. We got a flame. Yeah.
There we go.
Hi, guys. Shavertown. Okay, yeah, that's not too far.
I know where that is.
That's at Wilkes-Barre. Well, outside of Wilkes-Barre on the Cross Valley Expressway. What do you think?
Towards the back mountain.
Toward Harvey's Lake. Right? If you go to Harvey's Lake, yeah, I don't think I'm going to drive an hour and a half, but if I'm delivering tile or going to pick up tile or quartz or other materials to do interior design work where people don't know I'm a medium, I'll definitely stop by. So let's get back to your list.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So, obviously he has to be financially stable. Good job. I love that he would be helpful to others like I am.
Yeah, you're very helpful.
I like him to be romantic, sweet and thoughtful, empathetic, a problem solver. Because sometimes I'm not great at solving problems. And
you want somebody who's going to
I need
deliver
somebody to bounce off ideas so that we could come up with a solution together.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I like him to be...
So you want a brainstormer?
Yeah.
Like somebody who's not like, you should do this, you should do that. You want to be like, hey, let's ask you some questions to help you brainstorm to come up with the solution on your own. You don't want somebody just telling you, like, you shouldn't do this.
Correct.
Okay. Because that's different.
Yes. No. Nobody tells me what to do. Sorry.
All right. What else you got?
Okay. Adventurous without extremes. So,
what does that mean? Glamping.
Not camping. Glamping.
So you want, like, a posh camping situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know. Patient, nurturing, all the other boring ones. Needs to be muscular because, you know,
he could climb trees.
You got to do stuff.
And if your cat goes up a tree, he needs to go up and get it.
Absolutely. I'd like him to, treat others with respect. Likes to cook together.
Yes, that's a big one.
You know, I love to cook, but it's always better to cook with someone.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's a great way to bond over a nice meal that you're cooking for each other to eat in romantic candlelight.
This is the most romance I'm getting tonight, Debbie, so I appreciate it. Debbie
Anytime.
said a candlelight for me. She was going to make me iced tea, which I haven't had in 5 months, and I was so excited, but she doesn't have ice. So maybe another day, but it was such a nice gesture.
No refrigerator connected to the water.
Yeah, because her kitchen's under demolition. Right. You know, you would think I would know that.
I know.
Let's say...
I'm also looking for somebody to cook me a meal.
I can do that.
Now because, you know, we're tired of takeout and trying to find a restaurant with outdoor dining because my mother is 81 and high risk. So anybody wants to cook us a meal, we're in.
Oh, Liza has a good thing, communication.
Okay.
So if there's like a lot of guys who don't communicate, that's not good.
Right. Yes, that's absolutely important.
Yeah.
Yep. I have a lot of other things here. I need someone that's strong physically, mentally, and emotionally.
What about spiritually?
Spiritually, of course.
Like, you want an atheist?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm
'Cause-
Catholic.
Yeah. I'm Catholic too. There's a lady here who says he's got to attend Mass every week. What do you think of that?
No, because I don't go every
Okay,
week.
so you don't go to Mass. What about the novena once a year? That's a requirement for me. He's got to go to the novena.
Yeah, we go to that.
Once a year, he's got to go 9 days.
I don't go 9 days, but we do go.
He's got to get the blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get the dark spirits he attracted for the whole year. He's got to do Divine Mercy Sunday.
Yeah, we go to that.
He's got to do the Divine Mercy,
Yeah. Protective, have a sensitive side. Oh, here's an interesting fun one. Likes TV dramas and reality TV. Now, I'm not talking about all reality TV or all dramas, but, all the Chicago dramas. And then, I like Survivor and Big Brother, which is on right now, and just certain things like that. But if we can't watch TV together and relax in an evening after we cook our nice meal together, then the whole scenario just kind of goes out the window.
Yeah. No, I think you're being realistic so far. I don't see any problems with this list.
Okay.
So why are you having some problems finding somebody?
Well, because I don't know how to look.
Well, where have you found them before?
Worked with them.
You worked like at a job?
Yep. I met my husband when we worked together, and we worked together for 3-4 years, and then he moved, and it was about 2 years later he came back, and we weren't separated after that. It was like we just were meant to be together. And I'm sorry, I should probably elaborate. My husband died of pancreatic cancer 6 years ago.
Yeah. So you guys were soulmates though, right?
Yes, absolutely. 100%. And I just, we met when we were young, and I really didn't date. I don't know how to date. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to do it.
Well, when we were here doing something, the one day there was somebody that came through, and it was the Stanley, remember? Stanley, and he was with your dad, right? Or connected to your dad's. Your dad's passed.
Yeah.
Well, maybe somebody will come through tonight.
Hopefully.
I'll see if I can. I will see if somebody's coming in. I don't know. It just has to happen. But we'll just keep going through her list and see, because I would love to connect for Debbie. And what better time to do it?
Right.
But I can't go and get somebody because it's not the McDonald's drive-thru. They just have to come in. So, you know how it goes.
Yes.
But the one name I am getting when I'm looking at you is Michael or Mike.
My brother.
Your brother. Okay. And she could confirm she didn't ever tell me that because I don't know any of her family. So, did your husband know your brother?
Mm-hmm.
Were they like close?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
okay. Because I do have a man here that's talking about your brother. So I don't know if it's your husband or your dad. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he's mentioning that your brother needs to like not be so stressed out. That he's going through something and he's making it worse in his own mind. That it's going to be fine, and he's causing all this destruction in his head.
Yeah.
So that he's the one who's making it worse on himself.
He just told us the other day that he wants to buy a piece of land and build a house because they have to get out of the city of Scranton because the taxes are going to be going up astronomically.
Yeah.
And so he puts a lot of stress on himself all the time, my younger brother.
I think it's your dad. I'm sorry. I do think it's your dad. Because he's
He
joking
could be.
around. He's got this belt. He's pulling the belt.
Okay.
And it looks like it's a belt that's like pretty weathered.
Yeah.
So I wonder, I don't know if he's showing me his belt, that somebody has his belt still, or that your brother needs to get a new belt because it doesn't fit anymore. Either he lost a lot of weight or he put on some.
No, it's probably my dad's belt. He had this old...
It's old tattered thing
Yeah.
that he would not, like, it looks like it's bit, like, because I see all the belt holds,
Yep.
and it looks like it's all almost like ripped open.
Yeah.
And he's kind of pulling it out. He's like, tell her about the belt. Tell her about the
his
belt.
everyday belt.
Where is it?
My brother might have it, or it might still be here, or my mom's.
Well, he's laughing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think your mom's been missing him for the past week. I don't know what's been going on with her the past week, but he's saying that he's been around her quite a bit.
Wow.
And
that's awesome.
And that she's got to get her hearing in her one ear checked, because there's fluid buildup in her ear and it's causing some ringing and some hearing issues, but it's not from hearing. It's a fluid buildup in the ear.
No wonder why she's been saying she has hearing aids, but
they're not working.
The one ear, she keeps saying, why can't I hear out of this ear? I have it turned up all the way. I can't hear.
Yeah, well, your dad's telling us what's wrong. She's got fluid. She could have like a wax buildup and fluid behind it, but there's water all in her ear.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Dad.
Your dad's around. He's saying it's not time for your husband to be here today yet. You're not ready. But there's a time. But he's here.
Okay.
He's here. Who's Joe?
My mom's brother.
Is he passed?
Recently, yeah, like last April or last May.
Well, he's with Dad. Dad's bringing him through to let your mom know that Joe made it to the other
Wow. They didn't like each other.
Yeah, well, they're together. I mean, he wants her to be happy, so he's telling her.
Nice. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And something is wrong with one of her. Does she have a bunch of pairs of reading glasses that she keeps around the house or something? Like that are kind of just like
her old glasses. Yeah.
And he's saying there's like a scratch in one of her glasses. She needs to get new glasses or something.
She most certainly does.
He's like, because she can't see out of them.
She can't.
There's like smudges and scratches.
It's her everyday glasses. They're crooked because she stepped on them. And
he's worried about her. He said she's really depressed.
She is.
And she needs to know that he's in this house right now. He's there right now.
He's gonna make me cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I didn't expect. I sat down with you and
I know.
I was like, we were just joking around. I'm like, she's like, when am I going to come on the show? I'm like, right now. So I don't know. This is what I do. I run around. I'm like, hey, let's not plan anything. And this is what happens. I just go with it. You okay?
Yeah. It's awesome.
I thought we were just going to joke around and read her list, but apparently people on the other side want to come through. So,
wow.
I know you say you don't like dogs, but there's a dog over there with them. So whose dog? Do you have somebody, like a really close friend that just lost their dog or something?
No, my brother has 2 dogs, but they're living.
Did he have a dog that passed?
My dad had a dog when we were younger.
Yeah, because your dad's with the dog.
Is it a beagle?
It's a little tiny thing.
Oh my gosh.
So your dad has the dog with them.
Okay.
Multicolored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squeaker?
Yeah, he's got the dog.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Now, he doesn't like your hair color. He said it don't look like his Debbie.
That's true, because I just dyed my hair blonde on last
does.
Tuesday.
God,
I like it.
But this is this is not me, because I never noticed your, like, I don't say anything about your hair, you know what I mean? Because it's always up, so I don't ever notice it.
I know.
But this is Dad, this is not me. But he said, oh, you look like a hussy with that color.
Probably.
He's calling her a hussy.
Wow,
Daddy's calling her a hussy.
Dad.
No, Daddy loves you, though. But he's got the belt. He said, look for the belt. Look for the belt.
Okay. I'll look for it.
Yeah, but he's worried about Mom. He's saying she's having a hard time getting out of bed and motivated because she's depressed, not because she's sick. But her knee's bothering her. And he's saying she needs to get the one knee looked at. And she's not listening. There's fluid buildup in the knee.
There is. She has a Baker's cyst behind her knee.
And she won't get it looked at.
We were supposed to go get it looked at when she was first diagnosed, but then the shutdown happened and
she couldn't.
They wouldn't let her go to the hospital for tests and things because they weren't necessities.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's saying that's something she's got to do medically. But he wants your hair the color it was when you growing up.
I'm not changing it back to brown. No, thank you. Not right now.
But your dad is very, very much here.
Good.
And he likes all the changes in the house.
He does.
He does.
Even though we got rid of his blue?
He said you'll put blue somewhere. There'll be blue somewhere.
Yeah.
But he likes all the changes. At first, he wasn't too crazy. Oh, well, I'll tell you about that later. He's okay. At first, he wasn't too crazy about
Right.
doing it. But he said now that your mother likes it, he's okay with it. As long as your mother likes it, he's okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's saying something about the garage door needs to be fixed.
Okay.
Is there a wood issue with the door? Or is there a piece coming off?
Some drunk guy last winter pulled into our driveway instead of the neighbors, and he slid on the ice into the door, and it's cracked.
Okay, well, I guess he knows you got to fix it. Because he's saying that the wood is going to contract or expand, and you don't want that happening and with the weather changes.
Okay.
All right, so make sure you get that fixed.
Oh, put it on Alex's list.
Dude, we this is not planned. Is that a star that we're seeing back there in the webcast? Do you see it? Do you see it up there? But I can't see it when I look back. Or is it the moon?
No, it's not the moon. The moon's on the other side right now.
What is that? Because it's not there when we look at it. I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? Because when we
Yes.
look back there,
That's really weird. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there when we look behind us. And it looks like a big star or the moon, but it's not there right now.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool. Yeah, your dad is kind of a tough dude. Like he says what he needs to say, and then he's done.
Oh my God, that is so right.
That's it.
He was a man of
Very few words.
Few words. He was.
And he's like, okay, there's nothing else I got to... It's just like, oh, balance your checkbook or look at your checkbook. Something's off with the numbers.
Okay.
Something about the finances or your mother's checkbook or something with the checking
Mom's
account.
checkbook, okay.
Mom's, yeah, she's still back in the olden days with how she thinks
Yes.
about the finances.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's saying she's not thinking clearly.
Oh.
Oh, and your toilet needs to be fixed? Not like it's really broken, but maybe it like takes a little while to come back to normal.
Yeah.
He was just in there.
The flusher gets stuck,
Yeah, he was just in there.
and it runs until you jiggle the handle.
And I don't go in her bathrooms. I only go in her kitchen, so she'll know that I didn't know that. I never went to the bathroom in her house. So
No.
if you guys are questioning, oh, well, Marissa's doing the kitchen, she probably knows about that. No, I don't. I didn't ever go to the bathroom here. So
No.
I still don't know what that light is behind the two trees. That's pretty
I don't
amazing. It
know.
looks like,
It is. It's
you
awesome.
know,
It's not this, right? If I put my hands over it, no.
no, there's nothing there.
It's right in the middle of the 2 points of the trees.
Yeah, it's not. That's really weird. Really weird. All right, well,
Wow.
that's all the spirit. He's short. He
Short
doesn't
and
stick
sweet.
around. He's short and to the point. I'm so glad we were able to get you a message.
Oh, me too.
Do you feel good?
Wow. I feel awesome. That was like,
Oh, I'm so happy for Debbie.
wow.
And you know, when she found me on the message board, I actually put a different last name. It was like instead of Pell, I put P-E. And so she was writing me something on a piece of paper, and she's like, "Oh, your last name's P-E, right?" And I'm just like, "Do you really think my last name is P-E? Like
I didn't
Marissa
know.
Pay,
Could have been
Marissa
French.
O'Pay?" Yeah. So I don't know how she knew or she found out who I was, but she found out, and she was like, "Holy shit!" Whoa, I said the S word. I'm sorry. You guys got to come to the lounge tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Maybe Debbie will show up.
I will. I'll definitely be there.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say about your list before we go?
No?
Did you have fun on the random porch that we just
I did
made?
have fun. I did. It was awesome.
Yeah. See, I just show up on people's porches. There's random lights behind trees that we don't know where they got there. And spirits come through and say hi. I mean, what else can you do? How else can you... This was not planned.
Nope, not at all.
Not planned. All right. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:05 p.m. sharp. Have a great night,
All right.
ladies and guys. Let's
Bye.
find Debbie a nice muchacho.